It's around this time where a nice plot. Something happens. Yes, a bit,
No map, I'm afraid.
not too far, not or some distance away. A blood-curdling scream and the sounds of a sudden battle hits everyone's ears. It appears to be coming from a bit north from the trail. There appears that on the way up there's a nice bend, a fair distance off. That would be the perfect place for an ambush.
I hear that scream and I'm like, we gotta see what's going on.
Wait, hold up. We need to be more rational about
What?
this.
And I'm rushing off.
Wait, hold up. Io just kind of chases after him.
Ophelia lags behind a bit, but follows anyways out of curiosity.
Let him go, I'm gonna get lost again. Hey, wait up!
Corvine hesitates at first because the tent's still there. Decides to leave it put up for now.
What, you don't want to just leave random
And
tents
runs with
lying
the-
around the desert? I mean, I do it all the time. What's
No, I
wrong-
don't
what's
want
wrong
to
with
lose the
you?
tent.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Good. The PCs have responded to the plot hook. I mean, very good. As you all rush towards the suspiciously looking ambush friendly looking bend in the road,
Hey.
you
That
come
has a salty of a brick.
you come around the corner and you see what appears to be a small blah 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 blah. I have words, I can use them. You come across what appears to be a covered wagon of some variety. It appears that it has been torn, there appears to be signs of action, and there is a single young cow lying in the middle of the road. It appears that she has been on the wrong end of several weapons. She is alive and breathing, but she is much worse for the wear.
I am going to make a quick perception check.
Very good.
Total of 12.
I'm going to move
I am also going to make a perception check.
this window over here.
I'm not gonna bother.
Sometimes that's
Same.
the best options. Like, my bonus is so low.
I want to make a perception check too.
Go right ahead.
Oh no.
Music.
So we all see maybe around the same amount.
Alright. Zhanghua and Ophelia can hear. Zhanghua can hear vaguely the sounds of something. You know, there's something heavy and something fast, not too far away. Ophelia hears the sounds of what appears to be hooves, several of them, moving away. Although the exact direction, it's a little hard to put her hoof on. I was able to figure it out. Or Io, sorry, is able to figure it out with a little more precision. Heading west of this position, you hear the sound of several hooves running that direction at a very, very fast pace. A very, very fast pace. Yeah, pace doesn't have T in it. It appears that whoever's making this noise isn't too far away. But as far as being able to see anything, well, what you guys see around you is, again, as mentioned before, the covered wagon that has now been torn to pieces and a very injured cow, albeit alive and conscious. Probably should have mentioned that she was conscious earlier.
Well, I'm running up to the fallen cow
Alright.
and kind of like shaking her. It's like, hey, are you okay? Are you awake?
I mentioned that this smells like a trap.
And then I say that I hear something coming from the distance, and there are a lot of them.
The young cow's eyes, that seem a bit distant at the moment, sort of come back and looks at you. And there appears to be something of shock in her eyes. Whatever just happened apparently hasn't quite registered with her just yet. And after a brief moment, it sort of seems to settle in, and her eyes grow in horror. And she tries to move, although it's difficult to do so. And with, well... What? Dad? Dad? Dad, where's my dad? Is he alive? What happened?
Oh, hey, calm down. Hold up. You're fine. You're fine. Hold up. Can you tell us what happened?
It's my dad. My dad and our bookkeeper. We're heading north to Tobacco to do some business. We had some stuff and we came across. We came through this corner and all of a sudden I don't know. Just they were everywhere. They're just. I just. She takes a deep breath. She seems to be attempting to collect herself.
While she's rambling, I'm gonna make a perception check.
Go right ahead. I should quantify. Do you wish to leave the the bend to do so, aka take a look at the surrounding landscape? Because from your current position, you can't see much. The landscape bends in such a way so as to reduce visibility to almost zero.
Could I fly up and make another perception or no?
You certainly could.
I will.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go too far around the bend, but
As the DM makes secret DM rules with actual dice.
well,
Hey!
All right, we will resolve these in the following order. It appears that the cow's attempt to calm herself is failed, and she is panicking quite thoroughly. You guys are going to need to make some skill checks to calm her down. That said,
What kind of skill checks?
someone asked in the chat what perception checks are for. Perception checks are often used to take a look around the environment, to see something, to hear something, perhaps to listen through a door.
Mostly
to see
something that's trying to hide itself, or
It-
something not necessarily.
to see something in the far distance, or so on and so forth, as well to search for hidden enemies or friends or whatever else have you. That said, to answer your question, you could approach it from a number of different skills. You could try and make a persuasion to calm her down. Perhaps you could try a medicine. Just figure out maybe there's something you can do to help calm her down. Perhaps like rubbing her head the right way, or perhaps you have a small.
Would, Animal handling count?
So, wait, Corvine,
As I said, I'm not quite done just yet because I gotta tell the people who make perception checks what happened. So that said, Colorado. As you make your way around the bend, you discover that there's more to the bend, and visibility still is reduced to zero. Apparently, this bend's a little bit bigger and a little bit longer than you had realized. So I'm afraid you don't get much. Zhanghua, you fly up and take a look around, and you see, heading due west, what appears to be a small group of ungulates, hauling like the devil himself is on their heels.
Can I see how many of them are there?
You got a 22, correct?
22.
Normally, no, because of how much dust they're kicking up, but 22 is really good. So, you get information I don't actually want to give you. As I scroll down, let's see here. You count roughly, you can see roughly 10 or so. It's difficult to say, it's difficult to get an exact number, but you can see around maybe 10-ish.
10-ish.
Things running that direction. Exactly what they are, you're not sure. That much I won't give you. But you do get at least that there's 10 something, roughly 10 somethings heading that direction.
Alright,
So-
she's gonna fly back down. With my, is that all I see with my 22? Do I see anything around the bend or the wreckage itself or no?
fair point. Because you're just making a general perception check. So, as you flew up, let me take a quick look at the map of the region, because I have a map. In the far distance to the northwest-ish direction, you see what appears to be a small trading town. Not too far from it appears to be a fairly large lake. Albeit perhaps somewhat of a shallow lake. And then...
how far would I be able to tell how far it is from here? Like, if it like a day or a couple days travel time?
Yes, actually. On hoof, the trip to the town from here would be just shy of a day. By the time you basically, if you were to head out right now, you guys would probably get there shortly after nightfall. The lake is a similar distance away. The group of whatever is running appears to be heading directly west, perhaps slightly south, in their rush to do so. Outside of that, you see more of the same terrain. You know, there's some small dunes over that direction. There's some like large rock outcroppings over there. There's a couple of.
I have a question. What's insight?
Insight is the ability to discern lies, to understand motivations, to figure out what,
so that's...
to read the subtext of the situation.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
Alright.
the easy way to discern that from investigation is that investigation is like physically touching something and inspecting it, while insight just like, I got a hunch about this.
Okay, so there's no like equivalent to like knowledge local or like, I roll this to figure out exactly what's over there that I might be going to.
Depends. What is it you're trying to determine?
Just, I mean, I probably wouldn't know, but it was basically like, alright, if they're heading that way, what's over there?
Ah, gotcha. Then in that case, go ahead and make a... Let's see, what would be a good one? Make either a raw history or nature check. Granted, it doesn't really make much of a difference, because I suspect you're not proficient in either of them.
I'm not proficient either, so it's just going to be a raw intelligence.
Pretty much, and tell me what you get.
In before
So
firewall.
while he's doing that, can I make a medicine check?
10, so I probably don't know.
One moment. What did you say, Io?
Can I make a medicine check while he's doing that to see if I can calm down the cow?
You certainly can. Sorry, Jean-Claude, you don't know the region well enough. Near as you can tell, they're just heading off into the wasteland for something. I know this is not the capital wasteland.
Okay,
So-
well, after that, I float back down, and, I move, towards the injured girl
Excellent.
and the rest of the party.
Corvin, you're doing something?
I do the same.
Yeah, I want to walk up to EO and whisper to him that something's not right. Check the wounds.
And with that medicine check, could that do anything?
Okay. Your medicine check is good enough to determine that... I'll go ahead and give you both. I'll give you the information on both accounts. From calming her down, it is successful. It is successful in calming her down. Exactly how you calm her down is up to you. I'll let you flavor that. From Corvine's concern, it appears her wounds are legitimate. There's nothing here. There's nothing here to suggest any sort of foul play. At least that you can determine from her wounds. It doesn't appear that these are wounds that she inflicted upon herself.
Okay.
And judging from the way she's acting, it appears that at least the terror in her eyes appears to be authentic. It would take an insight check to determine anything further.
Alright, so she has to be healed in order for her wounds to be treated?
Yeah, you need to heal her in order for her wounds to be healed, but suffice to say, as far as Corvine's concern is concerned, it appears that these wounds are indeed the real deal. There's no superficial, like, makeup or whatever have you.
Alright, so after calming her down with, I guess, soft words and just reassuring words and maybe, I guess rubbing her head or something, after she's calmed down, I ask if she can remember anything else, anything at all.
She lets out some heavy breaths, and she seems to collect herself a little bit. and swallows hard. Yeah, yeah, okay. My name is Alabama, and that was my dad, North Dakota. We were heading to Bacanor to do some trading, and then we came through this pass just a moment ago, and I don't remember. It was very fast. There's a lot of them. I think they it was my turn to pull the wagon, and they I remember being hit, and I think I remember something breaking, some wood or something, and I heard my dad. He was angry, and all of a sudden he was quiet, and I'm sorry. It all happened so fast. I don't.
It's okay. It's okay.
Her eyes
You don't
get
need to
kinda
explain
big.
anymore.
Were we attacked by bandits? Were we attacked by bandits? She looks at you with a panicked question.
I ask
It's all right.
Zhanghua, the Longma, Longma, what did you see up there?
Definitely saw a group of baddies. They were heading southwest. And there were a lot of them.
Those might
I
be the
could
same
count-
people that got there.
I couldn't give you an exact number. I counted at least 10.
At least?
At least.
Sounds horrifying.
Jeez.
So, now that the direction they went is public knowledge, can someone else make that history check?
Now,
Go right ahead.
what was it? To the east, the trading town is?
The trading town is to the north, a
Okay,
little
so
to the north
alright.
and west, but it's mostly it's to the north. Actually, it's
Meanwhile-
northwest of your current location.
Okay. Run to the northwest, there's a small town. We could probably make it in a day. Much as what help we can give her, she probably needs actual medical attention.
Were the bandits running away from the town itself?
Yes,
Yeah.
they were going south, and the town's north.
That sounds troublesome. The town could have been raided itself too.
In any case, it's our best bet. We should head out as soon as possible.
For what it's worth, you didn't recall seeing any plumes of smoke or anything like that coming from the town. Then again, it is a fair distance off, so
She
Well-
just kind of shrugs. I couldn't tell. I doubt it. A group, 10 dudes against an entire town, unless they're really strong, which even gives us less incentive to follow them. Personally, I think the best bet is we should take her to the town and try and get her some actual medical attention. And then we can go from there.
Well,
Sounds good to me.
I can assist her up. I'm pretty strong, so.
right on then. So I presume the group acquires the young cow and heads to the town.
I'm going to also, just before we leave, just to make one more quick perception around just the wreckage area itself.
Alright,
See if
sounds
there's
good.
any more, like, survivors or just anything that might have been left behind.
Fair enough.
Hey, we'll see. Is there a check for like
I
just
probably
to
don't
see
see
like
nothing.
any trinkets around here, just to see if there's like anything important, like maybe like some like torn cloth or like a document or something.
That is called an investigation check.
All right, let me do that.
I also want to investigate the carriage itself.
Excellent. As partner's like, whew, finally, they're investigating the actual scene itself.
I suppose I'll make one too, just to combine it with my perception.
12.
Woo!
Oh, damn.
There's the natural 20.
Got a nat 1 and a nat 20.
Hey! And I'm right. And I'm right in between.
Wow.
Get it with me, bud.
Zhanghua, I gotta figure out something special for your checks because they were bad. Let me see what everybody else's checks before we move forward.
I got a 12.
Ives was kind of mediocre.
So I was all right. He was slightly less all right, and Ophelia was really good.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
I'm
should
not
also
gonna
mention,
bother.
if you don't have any modifiers, still put +0. That way I know you've encountered it. Because my automatic impulse is like, oh, you forgot your bonus when you actually technically haven't.
Got it.
Let's see.
There you go.
All right, so everyone who's making a check has made checks.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Zhanghua. So you begin looking around the area, and perhaps it was a bit of dumb luck, perhaps it was a bit of unfortunate circumstance, or perhaps you weren't paying attention. In any case, the point is as you're walking, you accidentally step onto a piece of broken yoke, which does indeed fling up into your face, smacking you hard and causing you to face plant into the sand, getting a bit of sand into your eyes.
Rake style. Smack.
Io,
Sorry.
Io,
Yes?
your searching around doesn't yield anything overly interesting, but it does yield the following results. One, whatever was in that covered wagon has been completely removed. Any goods that they were carrying with them has been completely pilfered. Also, it appears that, your missing chick was high enough that Alabama was probably wearing something herself, which has hence been removed. Basically, anything that wasn't nailed down and possibly valuable has been removed. The yokes on the wagon have been broken, and one of the axles and wheels have also been broken. This wagon is now useless. And the cloth covering itself has been torn to pieces. It appears that when they decided to rob them, they decided to, make sure they were never going to be doing this ever again. These bandits apparently are thorough and vindictive.
Gotcha.
Ophelia, you crit. Which means I'm going to give you a piece of information that I was not planning on giving in this situation, but crits are flipping awesome.
Awesome.
So... Or should I do that? Maybe we should do that. That might be a good idea. Yeah.
Lots of information.
Do the thing, OC. Do the thing.
That instead, yes. I'll do that thing instead. Give me one hot second.
Do the thing.
Your hot seconds up. Now you're getting cold seconds.
I'm very cold. I'm freezing. I'm shivering. Actually, I'm relatively warm. My feet are a little cool, but that's about that.
So,
Ophelia, as you begin searching around, you find apparently something hidden, extraordinarily cleverly so, in the wagon itself. Obviously, the bandits, or whoever it was that attacked this wagon, didn't find it, but you did.
Awesome.
And popping it open, you find what appears to be a small necklace.
Necklace.
Yes, a small necklace. Now, of course, it is entirely up to you what you want to do with this discovery. But you have made it, and it does not appear that anybody else is, at the moment, aware of this discovery.
First I investigate.
Rogue.
Can I just
Got anything good?
add the necklace first?
Nope.
Oh,
and, like-
hold on. Too many people talking at once.
All right. I just want to look at the necklace first and see. Give me a description of what it looks like.
Excellent. Colorado, you were saying something?
So the players I was asking was like, oh, y'all found anything of note?
Okay, cool. So to answer your question, Snow, it appears to be a necklace made mostly of silver, with larger glass beads that kind of come down towards the center, with what appears to be a small semi-precious jewel in the center. Again, they're not very big. It's whoever made this is apparently paid very close attention to the craft and is very delicately made. It also appears to show signs of age. It appears to be somewhat old and well worn. But again, it's well made, so it's held up over however long it's been around and through whatever methods it's been used.
All right.
At which point you hear the question from Colorado, hey, has anybody found anything interesting? Io also hears this question around the same time.
And can I answer?
You can after Ophelia tells me what she does with this necklace.
All right.
All right. Ophelia hides it in her robes.
Excellent. Give me
Galar.
a quick sleight of hand or sleight of hoof check, and then we'll move on to Io.
Alrighty.
Wow.
Okay. Then.
Yep.
So, if anybody ever takes the opportunity to investigate her specifically, i.e., that someone suspects that she's hidden something, that's the DC you will have to beat to find it with an investigation check. You have to meet or beat 20 in order to find the necklace that she has stashed
So
on her.
crit or fail. Got it.
Pretty much.
So unless you have points in investigation, you gotta. So unless you got a good intelligence score, it's either a 19 or a 20.
Pretty much. And the intelligence-based character is presently not with us.
Mm,
Okay then. That said, Io, you are responding to Colorado's question, I believe.
yeah. So I go, nothing over here, but it's a caravan, right?
It's basically it's a caravan, but it's a single covered wagon.
Okay, then this wagon really seems cleaned out. Whatever happened here, whoever did this cleaned it out pretty well. I don't think there'd be anything left in here.
So they were pretty thorough.
Apparently. I can't find
Zhanghua
anything.
pulls herself out of the sand, just starts wiping her face off. She's like, I didn't find anything. Just sand.
So where exactly did you say they were going?
They were
The
headed
bandits?
southwest.
Can I make a history check?
You certainly may. Or
Okay.
even a nature check for that matter. You know a little bit about the region, not a great deal. You know that there's a lake due west of your current location, but as far as southwest is concerned, well, southwest is more of the trade path leading down south to the town of, what was it? I totally threw a town name into the chat. Just pretend I delivered it seamlessly without having to pause to look back. Paris. So I've been listening to a lot of Hellfire from Hunchback of Notre Dame lately.
Best villain song.
I found a female version of it, and it's quite epic. Taka, yes, yes. You know the town of Taka lies southwest of your current location, and that the trade route or route, how you want to say it, that passes through it. But as far as where the bandits themselves could be heading to, who knows?
So, since we've all done this, are we just headed straight for the city, the town?
That's my vote. To head to the town.
Is anybody opposed to heading over to the town?
Of Baikonur.
Iconor, yes. I'll
Well,
put
first we have to get back on the path.
yes. Well,
I thought we-
the place where the ambush took place is technically part of the path. The path leads
Yeah.
through this bend, partly because the area around the bend is you can't really make a road out of that particular terrain. There's just a
Okay.
bit of sand around here, so unfortunately, this is the only stable part of ground, thus forcing poor people to travel through what looks like an extraordinarily convenient ambush point.
Well, Corvine heads back to get the tent.
That's perfectly fair. And does the rest of the group want to wait politely before heading out, or do y'all just kind of leave Corvine wait?
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna travel
head
with
with him.
Corvine.
I was headed
What's
towards
happening?
the anyways.
Or
Hold up,
if-
one at a
if-
time. One at a time. Who said what?
So,
I know Corvine went for her tent, but everybody else was just kind of garbled and mashed up together.
The general gist that I got is some of you are heading back with Corvine to retrieve the tent, and I presume the rest of you are chilling out with Alabama to wait for them to reconvene. Correct?
Yeah, I was asking who was who because I didn't hear everyone.
Gotcha. Well, for the sake of time, we'll just go ahead and gloss over the exact details and just move on.